TeamDemise here, and I got a Pendulum Magician deck profile for you guys today. This is the deck I got my invite with this season. I had a lot of fun with it. I just recently quit playing it because of Evenly Match. It literally blows this deck out of the water. You can't even recover from it most of the time. Even with the double Omega plays, it's almost not enough. But this is definitely still a strong contender in the meta, and you can play this if you want to. I just kind of got tired of losing to that card, and I just wanted to play something different. I've been playing this deck since it came out. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get right on into the list. For starters, we play Triple Joker. Best card in the deck, searches everything. Triple Wisdom Eye. Standard, you have to play 3. Triple Harmonizing Magician. This card's blessed. It's a level 8 Synchro Aura rank 4 play, so it's godly. 3 Purple Poison. This card's really good. It outs Masterpiece by itself with Joker, which is really nice. Triple Double Iris. This card's amazing. Triple Black Fang. This card lets you grind. If you get hit with a Solemn Strike, you can use him to bring back your Astrograph Sorcerers and whatnot. So he's really good. And Time Stars that's been used. 1 Omega. Oath Dragon Magician. This card's really good. One of it's fine though, because it really clumps if you have multiples. 1 White Wing Magician. This card's really good to make the double Mega play. 1 Pendulum Sorcerer. 1's fine. I see people bumping this up to 2 and even 3. I don't know. This card's kind of a brick. Like the only magician that you actually get value out of popping is Double Iris Magician, and that's turn 1. Other than that, it's really not that good. You can search it with Joker if you really need it. So you're essentially playing 4 copies of it and only 1 copy of it. You play 4 if you need it and 1 if you don't. 1 Astrograph Sorcerer. 1's fine. You can search it off Time Star Magician. Some people don't even play this card at all, but I like the utility it brings to the deck. And he's a huge beater, and that can come up sometimes. For the rest of the monsters, Triple Ash Blossom, Double Draw and Lockbird, and 1 Maxi. That's it for the hand traps. For the spell cards, Triple Duelist Alliance. You can consider playing this card at 2. It's kind of a brick when you draw multiples of it, but you can argue that if you draw multiples, you can just search Pendulum Call off of it. So you're essentially playing 4 Pendulum Calls with this card too, which is pretty cool. They'd say you can Pendulum Call, discard the other one that you drew, but at that point it's almost not even necessary, and then you lose the Ash Blossom even harder if you do that. So I don't recommend that play, but you can do it. Continuing on with the spells, 2 Wavering Eyes. You can play 3 in your main deck if you want to. I'm only playing 2 because this card's really not that good in this deck. Sure, you can say that popping Double Iris is good, which it is, and you can search Astrograph Sorcerer, but trust me, this card isn't that good. I only play it in the main deck because if I go game 1 against Pendulum in a regional or something like that, I want this in my deck to where I don't get completely blown out. 2 Star Pendulum Graph. Some people are cutting this down to 1. You can if you want to. I just like 2 because if 1 gets Ghost Ogred, you want to have the second one in your deck to be able to activate it. Double Pot of Desires. This card's blessed. This card's actually really fantastic in this deck because everything's a 3 so you don't have to really worry about banishing anything. You can banish one of the trap card and be fine. That's why we also play 2 of the Star Pendulum Graph, because we're playing Desires. It's very unlikely that you're going to banish both of them off of 1 Desires, too, I should note. 1 Regeki for a blowout card in the main deck. And for the last 2 cards in our main deck, we're playing Double Time Pendulum Graph. I don't feel like I don't have to explain this card at all. For the extra deck, we got 1 Decode Talker. This card's really good. Some people don't play this card. People don't play this card in this deck. I feel like it's needed for turn 2 plays. If your field doesn't get broken, you can just normal summon, make this card, and then just spam out a couple of monsters and kill your opponent, like Trapeze Magician. So yeah, 2 Time Star Magician. You can play 1 if you want to, but I just really like 2. I really like this card. Topia and Lightning. Castell, generic 4. Diamond Dire Wolf, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Baguska. This card's nuts. Trapeze Magician. This card's also nuts in this deck, and it gives you an option against Trickstar. You make this against Trickstar, it's almost game 3/4 of the time because their monsters isn't that big, so they can't run over this, and they can't burn you for an alternative win condition, so that's really nice. One Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This card's really good. You can copy Ignister in your graveyard, activate its effect, pop double Ira, shuffle a card back on your opponent's field, or pop Purple Poison to shuffle one and pop one, so it's really cool. Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. I actually never make this card, but I feel like if it comes up and I don't have this in my deck, I just kind of lose the game. So I just keep it in there, and we have a little bit of extra deck space. This should be 2 Omega. I just don't have the second one at this moment. But yeah, you should be playing 2 Omega. Yeah, this card's amazing. And for the last card in our deck, extra deck, we're playing 1 Ignister. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this card. Any Pendulum deck should be playing this as long as they have a tuner for it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the deck. I really like this deck. It's a lot of fun. I just quit playing it for a little bit, but this deck will always be held dear to me. But yeah, this is Bradley from TeamDemise. Signing out.